Are you planning a trip to Istanbul? Then you have come to the right place. We're Jess and Miles, and we have spent the past couple of years here trying to help others fall in love with this city just like we have. Today we're going to make a video explaining exactly how to get a public transit card and what your different options are so you're ready to use the public transit when you arrive here in Istanbul.
Istanbul is a very spread out city with a lot of traffic, but it is very well connected with public transit. And as a visitor, gaining confidence in the public transit here in Istanbul can make it a lot easier to explore the city. Getting started with public transit, however, can be intimidating, but don't worry because we're here to help. We're going to walk you through step by step how to get an Istanbul card, and we will also give you an overview of the Istanbul City Card, which is a different type of public transit card. This way you'll understand the differences and be able to decide which one is right for you.
Be sure to stick around until the end of the video because we have a very important update we are excited to share. Even though the names are similar, these cards are very different. So let's start with the Istanbul card. Generally speaking, we recommend visitors get an Istanbul card. This is a prepaid card that will give you access to all forms of public transit here in Istanbul. We're talking the ferries, the metro, buses, trams, funicular, and the Marmaray train that goes under the Bosphorus. It can even be used to access many of the public restrooms that are located around the city. The only public transit you cannot use with this card are the blue minibuses, which only accept cash. You can buy one of these cards at most all of the major public transit sites throughout the city. We are currently down at one of the ferry terminals in Cappadocia to walk you through it step by step. Real quick, if you're looking for help planning your trip, we have built a comprehensive digital guide that includes anything and everything you need all in one place. We have an entire guide dedicated just to Istanbul, and if you're going to other locations throughout Turkey, like Cappadocia and the coast, we have a full Turkey guide as well. Our guides have already helped hundreds of people plan the perfect trip here, and if you want to learn more, we will link both of these in the description below. Okay, back to the video.
First things first, you're going to want to come to one of these machines. Don't go to the machines that say Istanbul City Card on them. That is a different option we'll talk about a little later in the video. But it's very important that you come to the right machine. Again, if it has a sign above it like this saying Istanbul City Card, that is a different option. The default language on these machines is naturally Turkish, but you can pretty easily change it to your native language, and then it's very straightforward to navigate from there. We're here early in the morning, so it's pretty quiet by these machines right now, but the lines can get quite long, which can definitely add to the stress of this process. So just remember to take your time and follow the steps. You can see the option to purchase the Istanbul card right here. If you don't see this, you're probably at the wrong machine. As of March 2024, the card itself costs 70 Turkish lira, and that 70 Turkish lira is just for the physical card. Once you have the card, you will then need to add additional money onto it in order to use it for public transit.
We are actually going to buy a new card so we can show you exactly what to expect. As an example, let's use 100 Turkish lira to buy a new card. I'm going to change the language to English, then select buy Istanbul card for 70 Turkish lira. We're paying with cash. You input the 100 Turkish lira here, and then you're going to receive the card and no change. But the card does have 30 Turkish lira already loaded on it. 30 Turkish lira is about $1 US, so that's not going to get you very far, so let's put some more money on it. You'll want to change the language again, and then you can select Istanbul Card Top Up. Then you place your card on the machine right here.
Please wait. Your request is in process.
The machine will read the card and show you the balance on the screen. To add money, just insert your cash and wait for the machine to load it onto your card. This is very important. Be sure to wait until the balance amount has been updated. If you remove your card too soon, the money will not go onto your card correctly.
Graded successfully loaded.
And just like that, you are ready to navigate the city. Some of the machines take credit card, but not all of them. So we always carry local currency with us because there's no guarantee that if you need a machine that takes a credit card, that it's going to be available. This machine here happens to take both credit card and cash, and there's some new, larger blue machines popping up all over the city that are really fancy and touchscreen, and these all take credit card, so that's going to be really helpful as these become more available.
There are some other important logistics we wanted to point out about this card. With this red Istanbul card, you can use one card for multiple people. So there's no need to buy a card for each person in your group. Just buy one and you can use it to tap each person in as you go. One other important update is that last year you could only put 500 Turkish lira on these cards each month, which meant if you hit that limit, you'd have to buy another card and just start over. But we just tested that out with this card and we were actually able to load over 1,000 Turkish lira. So either the limit has been removed or significantly increased, which does make sense because the rides are a lot more expensive than they used to be last year. If you happen to know if there is a new limit, please let us know.
Okay, that should cover it for the Istanbul card. Now let's talk about the Istanbul City Card. This card is specifically designed for tourists, but that doesn't mean that just because you're a tourist, it's going to be the right card for you. The city cards are offered at specific machines and it should be indicated on the top, like you can see here, Istanbul City Card sold here. With this card, you can buy a 1, 3, 5, 7, or 15-day pass, and then you will have unlimited access to the public transportation during that set period of time. No need to top up, no need to keep track of your balance, just tap on and go. Just like with the red Istanbul card, you can use the city card for all public transportation throughout the city except for the blue minibuses. However, it is very important to know that each person must have their own card. If you get one of these cards, you cannot share it with multiple people in your group. And to be perfectly honest, we find these cards to be pretty expensive relative to how inexpensive the public transit rides are here in Istanbul. We'll put the pricing on the screen for each set time period, but just know pricing here changes quite frequently, so this is as of March 2024.
If you've never been to Istanbul or taken public transit here, you won't have any context for these prices. So let's give you an example. The 3-day Istanbul City Card is 680 Turkish lira, which currently is about 21 US dollars. I won't go too far into the math because the prices for public transit do change depending on which form of transportation you take. For simplicity, the average single ride right now is about 20 Turkish lira. The ferries are a little bit more, and the buses and trams are a little bit less. So I think 20 Turkish lira is a good average for the sake of this example. This means if you get the 3-day Istanbul City Card, you'll have to take about 34 different public transit trips in order to get your money's worth out of the card. That's an average of about 11 public transit trips a day. And since you can't share this card with anybody else, that is a lot of public transit for one person to use. For reference, in our last video, I spent over 2 hours on public transit getting all the way into the old city from the Istanbul airport, and that required me to use my card 4 times. To be honest, I'm not sure what one person would have to do to need 11 trips in one day. We've now had family come and visit us 3 different times, and on each one of those visits, we've showed them all around the city on both sides of the Bosphorus, and we've never even come close to needing that much public transit in one day. Anyway, just consider how long you're here, where you're staying, and what your plans are, and you can probably figure out which one of these options is right for you.
Just left those cements there and they smell really good. Now you hopefully know everything you need to about both the Istanbul card and the Istanbul City Card. There is one other option that we want to just mention briefly. You can also buy a prepaid card that has a set number of trips on it. We have seen some machines offering a 3-trip card and also one for 10 trips. The 3-trip card is currently 70 Turkish lira and the 10-trip card is 200 Turkish lira. So this could be a good option if you're just 1 or 2 people and you're only here for a short period of time and you really don't plan on taking public transit very much. But if you're here for more than just a couple of days and you plan on doing some real exploring, we still think the Istanbul card is your best option. We just wanted to jump in here really quick. For those of you who have been following along on our channel, you may already know we have been working very hard to launch a new leather passport wallet, our very first product for our brand Travaci. We thought we were close to launching this product last year. We even did a giveaway in September, but unfortunately, the supplier we were working with in China could not meet our quality requirements for the leather, and they ended up backing out in October, which basically forced us to start completely over. Well, we are really excited to say that we have just made a deposit with our new manufacturing partner who is located right here in Istanbul, and we will be starting production very soon.
Last year, when everything fell through with our supplier in China, we came back here to Istanbul without any prospect for a new manufacturing partner, and we honestly felt pretty defeated. We knew Turkey was well known for very good quality leather, so we wanted to try and find a partner right here, but there isn't really any kind of online directory of manufacturers here in Turkey, so we had no idea where to start. But we learned pretty quickly that there's an area where most of the leather tanneries are located here in Istanbul, so we actually just went out there and cold called the different tanneries, asking each one who their best manufacturing partners were. So fast forward 4 months, and we have now custom designed our own leather directly with one of the best tanneries, And we have found a great manufacturing partner after meeting with no less than 20 different companies. The design of our product really hasn't changed much, but after working directly with the tannery and the manufacturer, we have learned a lot about leather, and we've been able to really improve the quality. We are so excited to be back on the path to launching, and we are still building our launch day list of our first 100 customers that will get a very special discount. If you're already on our list, we're so sorry for the delay, but the good news is we're now going to be launching with a much higher quality product. And Teddy, I know you won our giveaway last year and you got one of our older models. I promise we will be sure to send you the very first of our new and improved version.
If you want to join our launch list and be one of our very first customers, we will be sure to put a link in the description. And if you want to learn more about our day-to-day efforts with this product, be sure to check out our Travaci Facebook page. To be honest, we went silent on there for a while because we weren't really sure how things were going to play out with this, but now that we've made our production order, we are so excited to move things forward, and we plan to post frequent updates on there throughout the whole process. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for our big update and also for today's video. As always, we hope you found this video helpful and that you now know everything you need to about your public transit card options here in Istanbul. Be sure to subscribe and also check out our other videos on Istanbul and Turkey. Thank you so much for watching.